I need a haircut. Hello, Future Alan. Today is what day is it's the 10th. Yes, I don't actually keep up with the date very often because it's seldom actually important. Instead, I just go day by day, so that's why I seldom actually remember what day it is. Yeah, so today I got a little package in the mail because of course I did, because I live in the year 2021 where like 90% of commerce is done online, and I have used a debit card for basically every single monetary transaction since I was 12, because it's the 21st century. Anyway, today I got some Apple AirTags, and these are really cool, like items. They're passive tracking chips, so they don't use GPS. What they do is they like use Bluetooth to ping off local Apple devices. And this is something that I've really wanted for a while, but the whole thing about them is that they need a wide network of other tracking chips to work, which is why I never actually ended up buying a Tile device, because they need some sort of critical mass before they start working, and well, Tile didn't take off, and so people didn't buy it because it didn't work as well, and so because it didn't work as well, people people didn't buy them, which meant that the cycle continues from there. But these have the distinct advantage of being an Apple product, which means that they're not just relying on other AirTags to ping their location to, they're also connecting to like every single iPhone, every single iPad, most fucking iMacs, iPods, Apple Watches, all that. They're all pinging off this, which means the network is already there, so I don't need to wait for a critical mass for adoption. These already exist. And so now I've got one in my wallet, in my backpack, and this one right here is to go on my bike, but I need to 3D print a mount for that first. I quite like having a 3D printer. It's not really something that like I use every single day, like a coffee grinder or something of that caliber. But it is something that it's a nicety to have. I use it more often than I use a regular printer because, well, I use screens instead of paper nowadays. But like, it's just nice to be able to go, oh, I can solve this problem. I will just design a thing and I'll make it. Because I'm lucky enough to be in a position where I'm very, very good with like CAD and designing objects and stuff. So I can just mock up something, and then like an hour or so later I have the physical thing in real life. It's kind of like a big toy, much like this. I like owning fancy technology, which is kind of sucky for me because I don't have unlimited money. In that same vein, I'm struggling a little bit with budgeting at the moment because, well, the Nintendo Switch OLED edition just released recently, and it looks really good, and like all of the games seem pretty good, and I want it, but it's like 300 and something euro, and each game is like 60 euro too, and there's a chance that I'll be going on an exchange next year, which, I mean, you would know this more than I do. Like, at the moment, I'm in the very, very early stages of considering an exchange because, well, the application doesn't even open until November 15th, and the deadline for submitting an application is December 15th. You, however, are currently in the period where the exchange takes place, so you would know where you are. Basically, what I'm doing right now is dictating your life, and I don't know how to deal with that, and it's a little bit weird considering how much weight goes onto this. But basically, I've narrowed it down to 5 different countries that I would like to go to. There's Finland, Denmark, Canada, the United States, and Singapore. All of those countries would be pretty nice to go to, and all of them have very good universities that I'd like to go to as well. But then there's the problem of money, because, well, I can't sublet this apartment, and I'd only be gone for like 4 months, so then, yikes. Yeah. So if it's like 15,000 euro for something, then I don't think I can afford it. But if it's like 9 grand, then yeah, maybe I could do that, but then that means that I need to stop buying these fancy toys that I keep going on about, which means that I won't be able to get the Nintendo Switch because, I mean, that's a frivolous product and I do not need it, not even a little bit. In fact, it's probably better if I don't get it because it would force me to focus on my studies, which, I mean, let's be honest, it just straight up wouldn't. Yeah, so that's my struggle at the moment. It's the opportunity costs of things. Anyway, future Alan, I'll see you tomorrow.